afternoon, students. Hope you are all well and fine and continuing your studies very nicely. Today we will be starting the new chapter, chapter number 12, areas related to circle. This chapter is very important in the sense that in your daily life also you can apply the concept of this chapter, learned in this chapter, to evaluate the areas of different figures which contain some portion of circle. So in that sense, this chapter is very important. In your very earlier classes, you have been going through finding the areas of different figures like rectangle, square, rhombus, triangle, in fact circle also. So you are all habituated to find the areas of these different figures. But this chapter, areas related to circle, has its own importance, irrespective of the fact that you have been going on through finding the areas of those figures from very earlier classes. This chapter is though unique and has its own importance. Why is it so? The reason behind is that, students, in your daily life, in our daily life, we come across many different kinds of objects. We come across different kinds of objects which contains different types of shapes in it. Like some objects are there which contains a shape of circle, which contains a shape of circular shape. So in order to find the area of that particular shape, the concept behind this chapter is very important. Like I can give you an example for that. Suppose if I cut a cake, I have a circular cake and I have cut a part of the cake in a very conical, in a very crossed way. Now if I want to find the area of the remaining cake except that cut portion, I can use the concept of the area learned, which we will learn in this chapter. Also, I can give you a few more examples, like this concept can be used to find the area of the wheels which are used in bicycles or in different vehicles. We can wheelbarrow is also one of the example where we use to find the area of different circular shape using this formula. So students, this chapter has its own importance in your daily life, and so in that sense this chapter is very important for you all to know. Okay, let us move ahead with the main concept in this chapter. First of all, students, you have to know how the thing which is pi has come into existence. It's very important to know because pi has its own role, very important role to play while we find the area of any circular shape. So pi is a Greek word which was originated in very long years before. The concept has come with from the circle itself. Yeah, you know what is circumference? I think you all know it very well. Circumference is the total length of the boundary of the circle. The circumference of any circle bears a constant ratio with the diameter of that particular circle. So the circumference of the circle and the diameter of the circle bears a certain ratio with each other. So we can say that for a circle, this is suppose the diameter with center this one, circumference by diameter is equals to some constant. This is the main concept where we got the value of pi, and later on Aryabhatta, the great Indian mathematician Aryabhatta and Srinivasa Ramanujan both played a very key role in finding out the value of this constant, and later on after many derivations we got that the value of constant was nothing but 22/7, which was given the name as pi, a Greek word. So this was the value 22/7 given to this constant, which is representing the ratio between the circumference and diameter of any circle, and from there we got the value of pi, that is equals to the final resultant value equals to 22/7. So this concept is very important. It's important just to clear your concept, just to increase your depth of knowledge, so that while doing the sums you are aware with the very basic facts from where this formula has come from. Okay, now let us move on ahead with the main formulas present in this chapter, and I'll discuss each of them with detail here so that it's very clearly understandable to you. So the basic formula is very known to you, that the area of the circle is area of circle is pi r square. That means pi into square of the radius of that circle. Okay. Next is area of circumference of the circle. What is circumference of the circle? Equals to 2 pi r. Okay, 2 pi r. How it has come? I can evaluate by using this only. See what I got here. Circumference equals by diameter. That means diameter I can write twice of radius. So circumference by twice of radius is equals to constant. That means pi. So what will be equals to? C equals to 2 pi r. So I can get the value of circumference by using this relation also. So circumference equals to 2 pi r, and hence this is used as a very basic formula for finding the total length of the boundary of any circle. That is equals to 2 pi r. Okay, now suppose if I take a circular part with center this one, and if I cut this portion, that is, this is a sector. You are well aware with the fact that this is a sector, and I have cut this portion with an angle equals to theta. This is the central angle. This is the central angle for the cut portion. Now if I ask you students to find the area of this sector which I have cut, there is no doubt that this sector is a part of a circle. So and the total area of the circle is pi r square. So out of pi r square, the total area, I have cut only the sector with theta angle, central angle theta. That means it will be equals to the area of this sector will be equals to theta divided by 360 into pi r square. So this is my main formula for finding the sector of any circle. That means you need to know the central angle which is theta, and theta divided by the total complete angle, that is 360 degree, into the area of the full circle, that is equals to 2 pi pi r square. Okay, now let us move ahead with the other formula. So this was basically the third formula, which is very important. Let us move on to the next fourth number formula. Fourth formula is, suppose if I take this circle only. Suppose if I want to find the length of this part, from this part to this part, I want to find the length of this arc, actually I should say, this minor arc. And this minor arc is subtending angle theta at the center. Angle theta at the center, the minor arc is subtending. I want to find the length of this minor arc. Definitely the length of the total circumference is 2 pi r. So, and this arc is a part of the total circumference. And so, the same concept like area will be used here. Only the difference will be, instead of pi r square which I wrote here, I write here theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Why not pi r square? Because I am not finding the area over here. I am finding the length of a part of a circumference, and the total part of the total circumference is equals to 2 pi r. Hence, the length of this region from here to here, which is a subtending angle theta at the center, the length of this arc will be theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Let us move ahead. Now suppose students, in this figure only you see, suppose if I draw a segment here. Okay, suppose if I draw a segment here and if I ask you to find the area of this segment, minor segment, obviously this is a minor segment. How will I find the area of this minor segment? I can find the area of this minor segment by finding the difference between the area of this sector and the area of the triangle. There is no doubt that this is a triangle here. This is a triangle with radius, the two arms being the radius and the third arm being the chord of the circle. So this is a triangle. This is a triangle, and this complete portion is a sector whose area is equal to theta by 360 degree into pi r square. So what will be the area of this shaded region? So area of the shaded segment, or you can say the minor segment also, will be equals to the total area of the sector, that means theta divided by 360 into pi r square minus area of the triangle, that means area of the triangle. Now area of the triangle can be evaluated by the basic formula half into base into height. You can use the area of the triangle formula as root 3 by 4 into side square if it is a equilateral triangle, or you can use the method of trigonometry also to find the area of the triangle. It can be found by various ways depending upon the information given in the question. So basically whatever be the formula you will be using for the triangle, but the basic formula for evaluating the area of this segment will be equals to theta by 360 pi r square minus area of the triangle itself. So these are the basic concepts and the basic formulas which we will be using for evaluating different areas of any figure in this chapter. And this is also very important because the same formula will be using again and again. So before starting the exercise and before solving the questions, it is important for you all to know these basic concepts. So students, let us start the first exercise with the help of the concept we went through here. Okay students, let us start the exercise 12.1 and let us start with the first question itself. The question is asking us that there are two circles with the radii 19 cm and 9 cm respectively. We need to find the radius of the circle which has the circumference equal to the sum of the circumference of these two circles. That means there are two circles. One is with 19 cm. This circle has a radius 19 centimeter and this circle has a radius 9 centimeter, and the sum of the circumference of these two circles is equal to the circumference of the other circle with radius, suppose capital R. We need to find here radius capital R. What will be here? R1 equals to 19 centimeter, R2 equals to 9 centimeter, and we need to find R question mark. That is, R is the radius of the circle which has the circumference equal to the circumference of the two given circles, sum of the circumference of the two given circles. So what will be the, according to question, it will be equals to circumference of this circle, that is 2 pi capital R, equals to the sum of the circumference of these two circles, that means 2 pi R1 plus 2 pi R2. That means 2 pi R1 plus R2 implies 2 pi R. So if I reduce this both the sides 2 pi, it will be R equals to R1 plus R2, and R1 is 19 and R2 is 9. That means 28 centimeter will be the radius of the required circle, which is what we are asked here. So our answer is 28 centimeter. Our next question number 4. Let us move to the question number 4, students. Here we are asked to find the number of revolutions actually. Let me read out the question here. The wheels of a car are of diameter 80 centimeter each. Okay. How many complete revolutions does each wheel, remember it's asking about each wheel, make in 10 minutes when the car is traveling at a speed of 66 km per hour. That means the car is covering the distance of 66 km in 1 hour, and we need to find that in 10 minutes how many revolutions each wheel is making. That is the question. That means in each minute, in 10 minutes, each wheel, how many revolutions it is making. That is our question. So first of all, we need to find the total distance covered by that car in 10 minutes, as we are asked to find the number of revolutions in 10 minutes. So we will be doing the sums with respect to 10 minutes. Here it is given the speed is 66 km per hour. So in 1 hour, okay, we can write like this. Distance covered in 1 hour is 66 km. So distance covered in 1 minute will be 66 by 60, and distance covered in 10 minutes will be equal to 66 by 60 into 10 kilometer. So it will be equals to 11 kilometer. So the total distance is 11 kilometer. Okay. Therefore, number of revolution made by each wheel is equals to the total distance divided by circumference of each wheel. Because if you notice nicely that the circumference of the wheel is actually the reason why the wheel is covering some distance. So after finding the circumference, that is the total length of the outer dimension of the circle, we need to divide that total distance by the circumference to get the required number of revolutions. Okay, since circumference is also a distance covered only, is expressed in the form of meter, and total distance is also expressed in form of meter or kilometer whatsoever, we will finally get the number of revolutions. Because both are the same units will cut upon each other and we will get an answer of number of revolutions which is unitless. So total distance is 11 kilometer. I can write it as 11,000 meter. Let us convert into 11,000 meter. Okay. Again, if I multiply with 100, it will be centimeter. Why I am doing centimeter? Because here diameter is given in centimeter. So let us convert it to centimeter itself. So 11 kilometer equals to 11,000 into 100 centimeter, and that will be divided by circumference. That means 2 into 22 by 7 is, sometimes students will be given the value of pi. Many times you need to solve the questions with whatever the value of pi given in the question. But if no such value is mentioned in the question, then you will be using the original value, that is the main value of pi, that is equals to 22 by 7. And it will be equals to 2 into 22 by 7 into radius. Diameter is 80, so radius will be obviously 40. So what will be the answer here? 11 into 7. This means 11 and then 4 zeros and into 7 divided by 2 into 22 into 40. Now you have to reduce this fraction nicely. Okay. So let us cut with 4 itself. So it will be 2, 307, 205, 00. Then again with 2, it will be equals to 13, 157, 105 and then 0. Let us cut 22 with 2 again. It will be 11, 6, 178, 157, 105 and then with 11 it will be 6, then 27255, that means 625. So total revolutions each wheel is making is 625. Into 625 we got here, then we have to multiply with 7. 625 into 7, which is equals to 7 5s are 35, then 7 4 3. That means our answer is, total number of revolutions is 4375. This is the total number of revolution each wheel is making by the car is making in 10 minutes. So this is our final answer. Let us move on to our next and final question. Okay students, let us move on to our next question number 3. Here in this question, I am not going to solve it completely. It will remain as your homework itself. As this question is very important, I will be discussing how will we do this sum. So here we need to find the area of all these bands. This figure is representing the archery target, as you are all aware, and you know this kind of thing which you have also, I think, saw in Olympic Games, where archery is played along with this kinds of diagram itself. So this is an archery target where gold, red, blue, black, white, different bands are there. And we need to find the area of each and every band here along with the every color band. So here only information given to us is that the diameter of this gold circular, which is gold, is 21 centimeter. This is actually the diameter of this gold region. So let us find the area of the gold portion. So the area of gold portion will be, for gold, diameter is 21 centimeter, radius will be 21 by 2, that means, okay, 21 by 2 only let us write centimeter. So area will be obviously pi r square, which will be equals to 22 by 7 into 21 by 2 into 21 by 2. So it will be 11 3s are 33, 33 into 21 into 33 into 21, okay, 21 3s are 63. 63 into 11, 693. 693 by 2, which is equals to 3, 4, 6.5 centimeters square. So in this way we got the area of the gold here. What will be the area of the red? For finding the area of the red, students, suppose let us give the name of the circle. Circle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for finding the area of the red here, listen very carefully. For finding the area of the red band here, we need to subtract the area of circle 2 minus area of circle 1. So we need to subtract the area of circle 2 minus area of circle 1. Then only we will get the 2. What is the area of the circle 2? That will be equals to pi into radius will be, see, radius of the gold is 21 by 2. That means 10.5. And this band, this width is 10.5 given here. So what will be the radius for the circle number 2? So the radius for the circle number 2 will be this 10.5 and this width, that means again 10.5. So it will be overall 21 only. So 21 square minus pi into area of the gold only. That means you can directly write here as gold itself is 346.5. So it will be 22 by 7 into 21 minus 346.5. So this will give you the area of the red band. So after finding the area of the red band, what will be the area of the blue band? Blue will be equals to area of circle number 3 minus area of circle number 3 minus area of circle number 2. Okay, so area of the circle number 3 will be equals to pi r square, where radius will be 10.5 plus 10.5 plus 10.5, because this is 10.5, this is 10.5 and this is 10.5. So the total radius for the blue will be 10.5 plus 10.5 plus 10.5. That will be area of circle number 3 minus area of circle number 2, which is equals to, which we have already find here. Again, if you want, you can find it again. It will be equals to pi r square, where radius will be 10.5 plus 10.5, 21. So in this way you will get the area of the blue, and similarly after that you will get the area of black, and then the same method area of white. How will I get the area of white? For finding the area of white, I need to subtract the circle number 5 with the circle number 4. So area of circle 5 minus area of circle 4. For finding the area of circle 5, what will be the radius? Radius will be 10.5, 10.5. So how many 10.5 will be there? 5 10.5s will be there. That will be the radius of the circle number 5. Minus area of circle number 4 will be 4 10.5s. So in that way you will get the area of the whitening. So in this way you will get the area of the each and every band over here. I am not solving this question. It will remain as your homework. The concept is being discussed here. It will help you to solve the question, solve this sum very easily. And the remaining sums for this today, will be appearing in the next slide itself, students. So students, in this video we have gone through some basic formulae which will be used to solve different questions in this chapter. We went through the discussion with the derivation of pi, and we also saw why this chapter is very important to solve and to go through, and it's very important. Then we discussed some of the important sums of exercise, first exercise, and the other remaining questions will be remain as your homework, and it will be easy. I hope so. You will be easily able to solve all those questions, as the main concepts are already being discussed here, and the questions which I have solved here will also help you to solve all those questions very easily. So thank you very much, students, for watching the video. Thank you very much.